And welcome everyone to Magic Pod Squad. This podcast presented to you by the all-new Seltos SUV from Kia, official vehicle of the Orlando Magic. Give it everything. Dante Markelle, George Galante, and we are pleased to be joined by Markelle Fultz. Man, it's been a long time. It's good to see you, Markelle. How are you?
Well, good to see you guys too, man. I miss it. I miss you guys. Miss being around you guys, and it's been tough right now.
Well, we keep coming over, but you haven't let us in yet. So maybe. No, we'd love to catch up and get back to playing games. Are you like all of us, where we haven't been to a barber and we all gotta?
Man, I'm rocking like 4 different hairstyles. Like all my hair is growing back. My hair retwisted, but I'm being safe right now and staying inside and seeing what everybody says. And I definitely miss the barber. That's the first thing I think I'm doing when I get out of here.
You can be honest, you're not missing me so much and all the texts I'm sending you about interviews and stuff. I know you're not missing that. Yeah.
I just miss you there as a person, man.
Thank you. I miss you too.
Yeah.
Well, fill us in on what you've been up. We certainly miss being around you as well, man. It's been a long time. A month is a long time. And what have you been up to? How have you been passing the time, and what are you doing to stay busy?
Well, the first couple of days, it felt good just to have, some, so I slept a lot and ate probably some good meals, just meals I probably wouldn't get in because I'm moving so much. And then probably after the first 2 days, I said, all right, I can't go to the gym. So I went to go buy a basketball court, and then I've just been in the driveway shooting, dribbling, and then on the video game. And that's really been it.
It's funny. I got a request from a writer asking guys in the NBA if they had the availability to shoot. And you said, yeah. You told me, like, yeah, I'm putting in a hoop. There's a ton of guys out there right now that have no access to hoops. It's crazy.
Exactly. It's almost like, you never thought this time would come. First, just going to the stores, just seeing slowly water and toilet tissue. And then you just start seeing a lot of everything go. I'm looking like, this is random stuff that like people are taking, but you'll be surprised how much stuff you can't get right now.
How is your family, your friends? How's everybody in your circle? Everybody feeling okay? And
everybody's been good. We've been checking in on a daily, but we've all been practicing the same thing, just self quarantine. Staying in the house. Very rarely, my mom lives downtown, so I only been over there a few times. Just practicing safe. We're both being safe. Don't want to take the chances or any risks. So everybody's been doing good. We've been just staying in touch and making sure we're all being safe and making sure we have good energy.
How is the we talked to a couple of guys, and they're telling us about the group chat that you guys all have. What have you learned about your teammates just over the group chat? We had a couple of interesting answers.
Man, it's to me, it just shows how together we are to be comfortable enough to share the stuff that we share in the group chat, and we just have some funny individuals. Our personalities are coming out more, and we're communicating, but it's been pretty crazy. You can tell some people are bored, at home. And
Well, listen, obviously we understand why we're doing this. And as you mentioned, we're all trying to be responsible and practice social distancing. And we all feel greatly for the people that are going through this kind of thing. But what do you miss about the guys being around them on the bus, in the locker room? I know you miss that camaraderie.
Man, I just think, like we talked about plenty of time, just that locker room feeling of, everybody going in there, being together, just talking about everything, just about teams we're going to play, how we're going to get through practice, cracking jokes on coach, each other, just everything, just being able to be around each other and be around something that you love is just something about that that's just special, and I feel like, right now for me, it's tough because I'm thinking about, what I'm going to do when basketball is over. It's just like, this is give me a chance to think about how I might feel. So it's going to make me appreciate the game even more, when we get back to playing and being with each other.
So it's making you reflect. It's making you reflect a little bit on your post basketball career. What ideas have you come up with? Do you have any thoughts?
I need to do something. I might have to be a coach or get into something that needs to be around basketball, because I don't know how much of this I can do without basketball, without watching, because there's no games on really, except for
Yeah.
I'm watching all the reruns, but it's no live games on. It's no, so it's weird. It feels different right now for me, not being able to come home just turn on the game and watch it. So
That when you've been watching the old games, is there any specific player that you're gravitating towards, or teams, or
I've been watching a lot of Magic. I've been watching, they've been playing a lot of Kobe stuff. Um, and so it's been actually us a lot. I've been just a team and like how much we've grown. Really just trying to figure out my teammates' games so I can help them out, when we get back to playing. Just seeing where I miss guys, just watching it from a different angle, hearing how the commentators, how you guys talk and everything like that. So it's good.
so you've been
Yeah.
watching the Magic rewinds then of this season?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you've
And
definitely caught on to the fact that we're big Markelle fans. What if you've been watching the broadcast? But I know one game that we just re-aired, Markelle, was that win in Los Angeles. I don't know if you had a chance to see that one, but your triple double. And as you think of some of the biggest moments you've had this season, I'm sure that's up somewhere near the top. And if not, where do you rank that performance? That was a special night.
um, I definitely think that Lakers game was one of the best, but I think what made it the best for me wasn't even my performance. I think it was, we just got Gary and BJ, and it was just like, and we were missing, Ab and DJ and MCW, and it was just like, we need everybody to be going crazy. You need Boots to step up big, everybody to step up. And it was more so seeing those guys, everybody just being prepared. It was like a group success. Wes had a great game, It was just like everybody was doing so good. And it was just like, I think that was the best moment for me, that it wasn't just like one person who was, not that it's ever like that, but it felt like everybody was just going great. So it was just a great performance for everybody. It was good.
Did you feel like that game was sort of I don't want to say a turning point in your season, because you had very good games before that point too, but is there something maybe that clicked in that game that you had not, maybe a level you had not reached yet this season, that you thought, man, like I'm here now?
I think it was the biggest thing for confidence as far as, at the ending of the game. I think the plays that I was making were just making winning plays the whole game, but especially towards the end, stepping outside of my comfort zone and taking shots to put us up and, to get the lead, and just doing it with confidence and doing it over until they stopped me, and I think that was the point where I said, I'm just going to keep getting better. And the more and more I believe in myself and just do it, it just makes everything even more smoother.
Take us through. Have you been a guy? That's a great point, by the way. Have you been a guy that likes the ball in your hands at the end of a basketball game? I imagine to get to this point, you have to be a guy that likes that. And I know you did a little bit in college, but before that, we didn't really see a ton because we don't have access to that footage. But just are you a guy that likes that? Not everybody likes that moment.
For the record, before he answers, I'm a guy that likes when he has the ball at the end of the game.
Yes. I am too.
I like having the ball at the end of the game.
That's good. I always have, even when I was younger. When I was younger, I didn't like dribbling that much. I always thought that, I couldn't dribble, but it was seen that, my coaches would always want me to bring up the ball. They would always want me to break the pressure. And I started to notice that I have a special, talent for dribbling the ball and just making the right play. It doesn't have to be scoring. So ever since like high school, middle school, like high school, I've always been like eager to have that, the ball, because I'm just going to make the right play. I'm going to try to make the best play. And sometimes that's hurting me because, I'm always thinking about somebody else and maybe just shot the ball instead of passing it. But that's always been I think my one thing that I like the best, just my playmaking ability. I've always been one of those that step up in the big times. I dream about it. So.
Yeah. Well, you have, and you have the ability to, Markelle, and you probably heard that on the telecast. You can get wherever you want to get with the basketball. And I think guys have finally started. That, to me, was a big reason you guys started turning the corner, because your passes weren't bouncing off guys' hands and chests and face. They were actually ready for it. I think that started to – they realize you do want to make the right play, and if they make the right play, they're going to get the basketball and have a chance to score. It seemed like that was all just coming together right before this stuff.
Man, it was just everything was clicking, and I think that's something that's still going to grow. We were still learning each other. Everybody's learning each other, and I think we were just at the point where we were starting to find out, what each other like to do on the court, and it was showing glimpses of something special. We was on a streak, and we had a lot of guys playing really well. MCW, it goes on and on, man. And I think that was the part that I was kind of sad about, when all that going on was just like we was in such a good, but at the same time, I want to be healthy and protect everybody, so I
Yeah.
have to sit back and just relax.
Now, talk about that night, Markelle. The last night we were in Memphis, outside of the game, because and you and I had kind of had some interaction because I had to take you into that special room to talk to the media. And we talked a little bit as we were going in. And we're like, man, this is it's weird. The whole thing is weird.
Yeah.
And then, it turns out that was the last game we played. Like, talk about how, we could feel something was off that whole night.
Yeah, it was just pretty crazy, just for like, the way the media changed. You had to talk from a distance, and everything. It's just like, this is really like serious, and it was just weird. You didn't know what it was. You're not thinking. I think until we found out, Rudy or Donovan, somebody from that team had it, and we put a face with the name, like with it.
Mhm.
I think people weren't taking it serious. I think not that we didn't think it was like something serious, but we were just thinking like we're playing basketball, we're doing it a lot. Nobody's gonna stop us from doing this. And I think at that point, that's when I started to realize like this isn't a joke. Like something crazy, could happen. You know, now we're here.
Yeah,
And
you're
it's
right.
hard. Yeah, it's hard right now, passing time and try. I don't know if you're into documentaries or movies. I know you
Oh
play
yeah,
video.
I've been watching a few good basketball documentaries actually. The stuff on Marbury one came out, and I was watching another one. It might have been. Oh no, I watched the football. I watched Michael Vick's documentary. So
Okay,
And
so
it,
let me ask you this, because I think we're all in the same boat here. Without any sports, for me, there has not been anything to do at nighttime.
nothing.
What do you think people do that don't watch sports? How do these people pass time in the day?
I don't know. They must do something. I don't know. I've tried to go on Netflix and I couldn't. I scrolled through and I'm like, this isn't nothing I want to watch. I'm trying to like go on and see like live, and I'm thinking like, it ain't no football. It ain't nothing. Like
Yeah.
I'll watch anything at this point, and it's just tough. I think it's a tough. I don't know how people do it, but
you know what?
kudos.
My wife is getting sick of seeing old Mets games on my TV. Like she walked by the other night and she goes, wow, the 1986 Mets again. Wow, okay. I can't believe this is on my television right now. That's what this has come to.
Yeah,
But
I've been watching a lot of highlights, so I've been on YouTube a lot.
Have you been keeping in touch with we don't know when this will air, but you got the draft coming up, and there's a good friend of yours, George. I know you mentioned there's a good relationship between Markelle and Chase Young.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually FaceTime almost every day. He's back home in Maryland. Everything's kind of slow for them right now too. So he's just been lifting, just looking all strong. I'm like, hey man, you gotta you could chill on the lifting, but he's getting ready, man. He's grinding, still working. I'm extremely happy for him. I'm just trying to keep him level-headed, humble, just trying to give him all the stuff I've been through, so he doesn't have to, make the same mistakes and avoid making mistakes. So just trying to help him out. He's a great young man, and he's an unbelievable talent. And it's just crazy. We were just in high school. We were both going to be, the top picks in, our East draft. So it's crazy that it's happening now.
he played basketball with you, right? Okay.
Yeah, he played basketball too in high school. He played basketball. He's always joked about how he can guard me and stuff. So he's be playing.
What
Yeah,
kind
we
of
knew each other for a while.
what kind of basketball player was Chase Young, or is Chase
He
Young?
was, he was like an undersized 5. Man. He was short, but he was so strong because he played football. But he knew how to play. He can dribble a little bit. He can shoot a time. He can shoot. He wasn't a great shooter. He can shoot, but he get to the paint. He guards the big. So we were good. We go small lineup. He faster. He can move a little bit faster than them. So
Could
he's
you
pretty good.
could you tell him to bomb one of his workouts so he could slip to like 4 for the Giants for me? Could you? I need him. I need the Giants in the Chase Young slot. I know you guys are a Redskins guy. I get all
I
that.
can't tell him that. Yeah, I can't tell him, but we can pray. You never know. They might trade up.
No, they're not going to.
How about, so imagine you're a football guy overall. I'm a big Tom Brady fan, and he went down the road to Tampa.
Yeah.
Pretty much your whole life, Tom Brady has been a Patriot. How strange is that? It's kind of cool that he's in our backyard.
It's crazy. I didn't. I didn't know where he was going to go. People were saying, I'm like, I can't believe that he's leaving. A lot of people probably didn't know if he was going to end it or keep going. It's probably going to be a lot of people trying to go see games now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll be down there.
Dante says he's going to still, now he's a Bucks fan because Brady goes over to the Bucks. That doesn't work. I try to tell him that doesn't work that way, right, Markelle? Like that doesn't.
I don't know, man. Is that your favorite player?
Your favorite player?
Come on, Kel.
Favorite player. So I mean, what about you?
What was the team? It was the Patriots first.
Patriots. I'm from Boston. So I'm Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, not Celtics anymore. But
give me. Let's put it in Markelle's perspective. Like Markelle, give me a team of yours. Give me.
Who was your favorite player growing up? Who was your favorite local player growing up?
Local
or whoever. It doesn't. Give me.
My favorite player was KD.
Okay, so. Well, that's hard. I'm trying to.
Then let me ask you this. Let me ask you: if you were a kid as a Kevin Durant fan, do you follow him to whatever team he goes on, or do you stick with the? You know
That's tough. That's tough because if I'm like for the Redskins, I'm a Redskins fan just because that's how I grew up.
Right.
And even though like they're still weren't doing well and like players that I like left, I'm still a Redskins fan.
Sure.
Right. So, like, what if I said, what if Tom Brady went to the Dolphins, who was in the Patriots division? Like, would he root for the Dolphins? He's a Dolphins fan now?
No, you got to draw the line somewhere. You wouldn't root for the Giants or the Cowboys. You got to draw the line somewhere. But you know what's interesting, Markelle? You mentioned the mindset and how you're trying to help Chase Young. I was thinking about this before this interview. You have last couple of years, you have the injuries, which are out of your control. Now you're back. You're playing well. You're playing terrific basketball, and then you have a pandemic. At some point, are you thinking, man, I just want to get through a season. I just want to play a whole year and just do what I love to do.
That's crazy. I was just like when this first starting to happen, it was crazy because I had so many mixed thoughts. I was thinking about, how well everything was going and then, how it was stopping. I'm like, damn, man, I was just getting in my groove. We were just going. But at the same time, I felt my body, kind of being sore, maybe like that rookie wall. And I'm thinking like, this is perfect, for me. So as of right now, like where I'm at today, my mindset just so different about, situations that, I'm looking at it as a blessing just to have the chance, to relax. But at the same time, I'm like, look at me. Look how many games I played in, these amount of years, 3 years, and how much I've learned just playing in those games. And I also think of like where I can go. Like, I'm only going to go up, and I'm just excited, just to be able to have the opportunity to play. And I'm just happy, excited to just get back on the court so I can just show, and improve. But you just got to sit back and smile and not laugh. I do a little bit of both.
Well, that's what gets the city excited. That's what gets all of us excited, thinking about the future, getting back to it and what lays ahead with all you guys. And who's kind of helped you along the way? I know you have a lot of veterans here in Philadelphia, veterans here. I know your family means a lot to you. Who are some of the people you admire and you've kind of looked up to along the way?
My mom, number one, just her always being there. My sister, my agent has been a big help, Raymond Brothers. And, some of the vets, Vince Carter, Jamal Crawford, who's like a big brother to me, have been there. And then it's just been, just my family, really, like my mom, my sister. And we've just been, going strong, after all we've been through a lot together. So I think where I'm at now is just, a great place. And I'm just happy. So.
We're happy for you, Markelle. Who is quarantined with you at the house right now? Are you by yourself or are you?
Only me and my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend are here. My dog actually left me to go to training.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. So he had left right before they start shutting everything down. So like when everything was still fine, he had went. I had a trainer in Houston, Ty Cal, and he sends a driver. So he didn't fly. He drove all the way to Houston.
Wow.
And he's in Houston and training. He was already set up to go at this time. Like we didn't know all this stuff was going to be going on. So I'm like, dang, it's like the perfect time. I'm going to be home all day with my dog, and he just left the training. It's gone there, but I've been keeping up. I got videos of him and stuff like that. But he doesn't come back to April 30th. So hopefully this stuff is died down by then.
He's gonna be the perfect dog when he gets home, right?
Oh yeah, he was already great, but now he's gonna be obedient and everything. So it's gonna be 10 times better.
What kind of dog do you have, and what has that taught you?
Man, I have a Presa Canario. It's actually my second dog. My first dog, I had a pit, but it was in Philly. But I had him since he was 8, and he was a tiny little thing, like 8 weeks. And
Wow.
it's almost like having a kid, man. It's crazy. I feel like it teaches you how to be, responsible. I have to, take him on walks. I have to feed him. He wakes up all types of crazy hours to go to the bathroom and stuff like that, or he gonna pee in the house. But he got big quick. He was actually pretty good about that. But I think it's also good as somebody to be there. He always puts a smile on my face when I come home.
Yeah.
He always has good energy. Wants to play. So it's always good to have somebody like that. An animal or something there for you. And he's been great. Just keeping me moving too. We go outside and run around. So he keep me good.
That's great. Now, all right, Markelle. Now, if you had, those are the people. That's who you're quarantined with. If you had to pick 3 of your teammates to be quarantined with, Markelle, that you had no choice, you have to pick 3 of your teammates to be quarantined with. Who are you taking?
Wow. I'm gonna have to take DJ, and I'm gonna have to take Farouk.
Okay.
It's 2, right?
No, 3. Give me one more.
One more.
DJ, Farouk.
Or we could just make it 2. It's fine.
Yeah, that's, the third gonna be tough, but I'm gonna be good with those 2. Got a lot of resources, so I'm good.
You got a lot of wisdom.
I might have
a lot of wisdom there.
I was gonna throw Evan or Vooch in there so we can have good laughs because I knew they're gonna be bad at one of them. So.
DJ's a popular. We've asked a couple of guys the same question, and DJ is stuck in everybody's quarantine. By the way,
we gotta laugh. We gotta laugh. He's gonna bring jokes and be funny, so it's gonna be fun.
But what is it about DJ? Because I asked, I said something to Wes Iwandu. I said it seems like that DJ's the type of guy in the locker room that throws you guys like a little grenade, and then it blows up, and then he runs away. Like he kind of sets you guys off and then runs out.
That's definitely DJ. Definitely, I can see him doing that. But I think DJ's just, he's just a good vet. He's going to compete, be great at practice every day. He's going to hold you accountable. But at the same time, he brings like the joy to it. He brings the laughing matter. He's going to bring good energy in the room. That's just who DJ is. So I mean, I don't mind him.
You know what's good, Markelle, is that have you learned anything through this? Like, are you becoming a chef? Is there any hobbies you're picking up through all this? What I like about you're not on TikTok. We don't see you're a private guy. We don't see pictures of you like Evan in shopping for clothes. We don't see you kind of keep yourself, so we don't get to see all that stuff.
Yeah, I keep my stuff limited, but. Yeah. I just been, I always like cooking. I actually used to cook in high school a lot and growing up, but definitely been cooking a lot more. Eating to stuff I never used to eat before. Like I'm eating onions. I'm eating, I'm just tasting different vegetables and stuff like that. Stuff I didn't used to taste. Just trying stuff. I mean, I might try to, it's just I got enough time. It'll grow back by time. We're back together.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to if you have to make something in a pinch? What's your go-to?
If I'm making something quick and I know this isn't, but like cooking wise, like I'm not cooking, I'm gonna make me a sandwich with like some. I'm gonna toast the bread and make me like a ham and cheese melt or something.
All right.
I might make a ham and cheese melt on the stove, but if I'm making like a food, I usually make like a pasta or some salmon, or I really like fried rice, so. I mean, like
your own fried rice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have you found a way for Uber to bring Chick-fil-A to you or not?
No, I haven't even been using Uber or Postmates. I only had Chick-fil-A actually one time.
Wow.
I haven't left the house. I haven't left the house, and then because when they first said everything shut down, I'm thinking like all the food spots are shut down. Mm-hmm. And then I seen one of my friends get it, and I'm like, Chick-fil-A still open? He's like, yeah, they got drive. I go and I got some Chick-fil-A one day. But other than that, I haven't had any. I actually been staying away from it right now.
Good for you, man. All right, we got another game for you, right? So we're gonna put some uniforms up here on the screen, okay? So these
All
are
right.
pretty much all the uniforms in Magic history.
Oh,
You
yeah,
gotta
I
pick
remember.
3.
I seen it on Twitter.
You saw that on Twitter. Okay, so we got to get this from you. If you can see the numbers, give us the numbers if you can only wear 3 from here on out.
I gotta go number 1.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I gotta go 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I gotta go 3. It gotta be 1, 2, 3.
There's the hat trick, Dante. That's the hat trick.
You like the white, black, and blue with the pinstripes.
Yeah, it gotta be. It's the classic.
I agree.
I agree with you. I think those are our 3 best 2. Wes liked the city one. Wes picked. I think he picked 1, 3, and 12. But I said it's good.
I like the orange, but I liked it when we first got it. Now I feel like every time we wear it, it's like a whole orange now. Like I feel oranged out. Like because the cord is orange, so it's like look like I see a lot of orange.
You do.
Yeah,
You do
I said
get a
it's
good
good.
amount.
That way Wes could wear his Sour Patch orange shoes. Is the only reason he likes the orange. So
That is true. All right, now how about this? We're gonna play. Whose account is this? So I don't know how active you are on Instagram, but these are actual photos of teammates of yours from Instagram. So whose photo do you think this is?
Man,
this is a tough one, by the way.
What does that say, George? Dutch Wonderland?
It says Dutch Wonderland. I'm not really sure where that's from.
Okay.
Or what that is.
This is tough. I don't know.
All right, let's show. That's Mo Bamba.
I knew. Why did I want to say Mo so bad? I wanted to because is that at Disney?
I'm not really sure where that is.
Looks like it would be.
Mo, come on, Mo.
Come on.
All right, how about this one, Markelle? Here's another one.
That's Farouk.
I think you're right. I think that's cheap.
That's a good call right there. I made that painting, by the way.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Who's this guy?
Who is with KD? With an afro? I don't know.
That's tough. So this would be last year,
DJ.
probably. There you go.
Well, that's
Okay.
J.I. I didn't know that either. I should have been on that one. That was a tough one.
That's
I will give you one more.
We got one more. We got one
They
more.
got
for
so
you.
tall.
You're right. Wow, I don't.
Who is this?
I don't
Where
know
is
who
this
this
from?
is.
Wow.
Like, what picture is this? Who has a picture?
Oh, I know who this is. I got it.
You do?
I know this. I know who this is. Yeah. Look at the background. There, it's Terrence.
Yeah,
I
Captain
only
America.
saw Captain America's shield in the background. Wow. I don't know whoever that is very surprised. He's very surprised.
This is what I'm gonna have to go back and look now.
All right. Well, we're glad you're watching the re-airs. I'm telling you, we're big fans of what you've done and you as the person, and this has been a lot of fun to watch. And since you've come here, Markelle, you've been involved. You've been interacting with fans. I know you're active in the community. I know the DeVos family. It starts from the top and kind of makes its way down. So what kind of an impact have they had on you, and how much has that helped with everything you've done here in the community?
Man, unbelievable. They've been open arms, just kind of, as soon as I met them, just welcome me, asking if I needed anything. And just, every time I see them, and see them, they're always asking me how I'm doing. And I think that's the big thing for them, greet me. When, really they don't have to. They could just walk around, and I think they just show, what they did for the workers, that's just an example. And it just like you said, it starts from the top and works its way down. So that's already who I've, been as a person, my family's been. So it's even better being an organization, that does the same thing. You want that to be how you represent it.
That's very well said. Very well said.
Well, I can't wait till the next time I talk to you after the game and they're all dumping cups of water on you after a big win, right? You appreciate that now more than ever, man.
Yes, and I do want to language. I didn't expect me to say that. It was DJ and them fault, but that is I can't wait to happen again.
Yeah, you got it. We're looking forward to it. Appreciate the time, Markelle. Best of luck rest of the way. We'll see you soon. Be safe.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, this is Magic Pod Squad presented by the all-new Kia Seltos SUV, official vehicle of the Orlando Magic. Give it everything.